What up, G's? It's your boy Mirch back again with another motherfucking video. Sorry I've been a little bit lazy, a little bit spinny. I haven't really been uploading any new videos. I haven't been playing a little bit. I've been grinding that Diablo 2 hardcore game, so I'm leveling a barbarian. Let me know if you wanna know more about how it goes with that. If you want me to post some of that, I'm thinking about it, but I still need to figure out how to upload other games other than Dota. Meanwhile, today I've been grinding some games. Okay, I played 5 games. I went 3-2. That's going pretty well. Let me just close this because it's really annoying. How do you quit? I just played this game. I took like a 5-10 minute break. I recorded once, then microphone didn't work. It is what it is, so I recorded twice. Here's what happens in this game. Okay, I get super grief this game, but then I carry them anyway. So I get the worst possible start, and then I end up doing a pretty good play that ends up putting us ahead into the game. And the whole idea about this game is that sometimes you're going to have one teammate that does really well and you want to play with them, and then you're going to have like one guy in the enemy team who's playing really poorly and you want to abuse that, okay? So, without further ado, let me introduce you to this game. I am playing Wraith King here. We'll go directly to my player perspective. Let's skip this because I always AFK. I got that Arcana. Alright, so straight from the get-go, I see this guy's alone on the lane. I level up stun and I go for him because we're 2-on-1. Okay, I think you always should do this. Really favorable trade. I pink. I let my guy get the last hit on the deny, so he can dispel battle hunger. You know, CS lol, all of that. Let's put on last hits here. You know, I'm going for that harass. And for some reason, like, I don't know, this guy is kind of griefing me. So I feel like here, we're having a pretty good one. But Pinhead here is just like AFK. He's not playing around. If we 2v1 this Axe, he ends up dying instead of me. But it is what it is. So I think I would always die once. I will always give you one death. So I can assess, you know, I need to assess, are you going to be any useful this game or not? And I gave this guy the first death, and after the first death I realized this guy's not going to be useful at all. So it is what it is. Now we know, okay? Now we know. So what happens? I just try to farm under a tower as much as I can. I thought we can get some damage on this Rubik, but I guess not. And then I realized, okay, now it's for sure this guy's not going to do anything in this lane. So it is what it is. I know he has a salve. So I'm fine with like taking some trades, you know, taking some damage, taking some harass. Unfortunately, I get a lot of harass here. And then here's the first grief, okay? He salves himself. I don't know how you recover from this. I even hit him with the well played. Like I get one Fade Bolt from this guy. Oh, he's going for the, and he glyphs me, so I can't do anything. At least I get the tango from this guy, but at this point it's like GG. My courier just got home, so I don't have time to send myself a salve or anything. So now I'm just like forced to AFK, and it is what it is. You know, like there's not much you can do when this shit happens. Like you just have to sit there and take it. We tried to do some damage on this Rubik, but of course we can't do anything. I get body blocked by the creeps, and now I'm 0 HP. But at least he's pushing in. So at least there's that. You know, he's pushing in. Creeps are going to come under my tower. He comes back. Now he actually gives me the salve, so that's pretty good. You know, I'm just farming under tower, pretty chilling. So far, so good. You know, I'm happy. When this happens, I'm happy. I'm just farming under tower. And here it is, boys. So he gets gone on, and usually I don't give a fuck, but I see the TP. And I think this is a huge problem, like, we don't coordinate well. I hit him, and he escapes with 2 HP. This guy spins like a madman. Gets the kill on me, gets the kill on this guy. Gets level 6. And he gets the triple. And Rubik doesn't die. So at this point, the game's GG, okay? This guy has 40 last hits. We're looking at net worth. He's 3k. I am 2k. That's 1k gold ahead on the enemy core. level minute 6. You know, there's not much I can do. So at this point, I'm like, okay, boys, it's 5-0. It's GG. There's no way we're coming back. It is what it is. We have Bloodseeker off lane. We have Clinkz mid lane, and we have me safe lane. So we have triple core. Luckily, I have one more salve, and then I realized, okay, I'm done. I don't want to. I can't sit on this lane anymore. So I take a sip of my Monster Energy drink, and I'm like, guess I will be jungling for the rest of my life. And because I'm playing against PL, I decide that I need a Radiance. So I buy the Gloves of Haste, and then if I have 400 GPM, I'll be AFK for 10 minutes. Okay, because I need 4,000 gold. Actually, it's like 5,000 gold, so I'll be AFK for like 12, 13 minutes. Hopefully by 20 minutes, I get my Radiance. But these guys, they decide to come fucking follow me in the jungle. Now, that's a very noble of them. But if they're not really doing anything, like, yeah, they're slowing me a little bit down, but at the end of the day, you know, Invoker's coming in here. It is what it is. I'm like, run it into my lane. But then I see this guy's like asking for it. I give him the crit. I pop the Skellies. He's 1 HP. We get the kill. I'm like, what is my Clinkz doing? Raid Donovan. So I'm here trying to help out. But it's not really happening, you know? Anyway, back to farming. So I'm kind of trying to be relevant and not let them do whatever they want. And the reason is because if I just run away from them without contesting, they're just going to TP like either bot or go mid and kill my guy and make him have an even worse game than he already is. And I prefer them like chasing me in the jungle than getting kills on my other cores. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about, right? I get pretty lucky with the chipped vest, and we're back to farming. I'll always try to come back to my lane whenever I see an opportunity to get like half a wave, a full wave. Even if I don't necessarily get all the last hits, it's still okay because it's a lot of XP. And then I'm AFK jungling, boys. AFK, you know. I am thinking about going bottom. That might be an idea, but I think I would rather let my Bloodseeker have all the farm in the world. I don't know. Maybe I should have went bottom. I still kind of have an idea that, you know, I don't want to necessarily go farm Ancients yet. Just because, you know, rating is not the greatest. He's not bad, but he's not the greatest. And I know Axe is going to take top tower, so I'm kind of like hanging around, you know, waiting for him to take the tower. And mistake number one, he's like too cocky, but of course we just don't have enough damage. I still chase them because I'm like, whatever, dude, they shouldn't be allowed to play like this. And we have this crazy Bloodseeker that ends up, you know, getting 3 kills. That's really good. I'm really happy we chased. And I'm like, okay, maybe we back in the game now. This Axe went for... he skipped the Blade Mail, the Vanguard. We'll get another kill, 4th kill. 4 kills on our Bloodseeker. Now he's top net worth. Now I'm pretty happy. So he kind of skipped the Blink, and he kind of skipped the Vanguard and went straight to Blink. And I basically knew that whenever you do that as an Axe or whatever, Centaur is the same, Tide is the same. Like, if you don't necessarily get something doing immediately, you're just going to lose because your farming speed is going to be a lot slower without that Vanguard, without that... because you can't really play on lanes anymore because you're super squishy. Up Skellies, pressure tower. Now my team took a fight, so they think they're very strong. So they want to take another fight, but this is just not a good one. And they don't really get anything done. Meanwhile, you know me, I'm 3k away, you know, I'm still sticking to my plan. I'm just farming. PL's also farming, I'm doing some stacks here. Axe gets a triple, everybody's dead. So there's this point here in our game where we are very weak. Because like I said, we have me as a carry, we have Clinkz mid, and we have Bloodseeker. So none of us really have any stuns, any initiation, any team fighting spells. I see them going here, so I TP. Do we get a kill on this guy? No. I wait for the EMP before I pop my stick. We get a kill on Ogre. So pay attention to this Ogre. He's gonna die a lot this game. You know, he's like not really doing much this game. So I have my relic soon, so I want to play in this side. Clinkz decides to grief the game and run it down, so he respawns, runs it down mid. Dies. I'm just trying to, like, you know, if I can get an easy kill. I should have bought my relic here, but I guess I was just paying attention to the fight. So I'm just trying to be in and out of fights. I'm level 11, so I'm not the weakest guy in here. And I think any kill on these guys, I know I have stick. I'm looking at my mana always, and I see I'm like 5 mana away, so I know I'm gonna have mana for my ult. I'm constantly popping my stick just so I make sure I don't die, and we get a kill from this guy because he's separated from everyone else. Here I'm thinking I have ult, so we can keep going. They're half HP, both on Rubik and Axe. You know, they're not super tanky. Ray Donovan is kind of like AFK a little bit in the back. Bloodseeker doesn't want to TP, and I end up dying. And this is pretty bad because I have Relic. No, I'm pretty close to my Radiance, so... But it just is what it is. You can't really do anything about it. You see Ogre feeding again. So sometimes they're gonna have this one really bad guy, you know, and most of the time they think, you know, it's a support player, so it doesn't really matter, but it does really matter a lot because especially when you're like a stunner and disabler, you do have more impact than you think. Anyway, here they say if we see Invoker, we can charge him. So I'm like, okay, I'll just bait, and then I end up dying. So I kind of baited myself, but my team does eventually show up. This guy with the BKB, actually really good BKB timing, ends up getting double kill. So I die, and it's a little bit of a shame, but at the end of the day, when you play 3 carries, someone has to sacrifice for the good of the others. And that's me. In this case, it's going to be me. I look at the score, everybody's kind of like feeding, but Bloodseeker is, you know, 9-0, so that's pretty okay. But then I'm like, okay, but I still need to get my shit going. So I run top. I don't want to TP just because if people want to fight bottom, I want to be able to join them. They end up trying to go for a fight, so I TP, but nothing's really happening, so I'm just going back. I'm very close to my Radiant, so I'm trying to fight this illusion. Then I see they're all chasing me, so I'm like, oh well, never mind, peace out. Pop Skelly's mid just to push the lane, and then go back to the jungle. They end up going for this Invoker, and with this Bloodseeker BKB, they end up doing quite a lot of decent good plays. But now I'm looking, I'm level 13, and this PL is level 15, so I'm like, oh damn boys, I need this Radiance ASAP. But now I can get stuff going. With this Radiance, I can finally get stuff going. They end up going for some more kills. Pretty decent fight. At the end of the day, like I feel like this PL should be closer with his team. So this is the thing that I'm trying to do more, and this PL is not really doing, is that I'm trying to play around my team. So if at any point my team is trying to fight, like I can be there to help them out. And you know, sometimes it's fine and it's enough if you just, you know, soak some spells. Like Invoker combos me and doesn't kill my supports, then that's fine. You know, it's good enough for me. When I'm going for a cheeky smoke here, but nothing happens, so I'll just end up pushing mid. I see my team fighting, and I see this guy, and I'm like, wait, this guy is pretty bad, and I have Radiant, so I can just run him down, which is exactly what I do. And like I said, like, you know, imagine if this guy can stun someone, but he doesn't. So we end up getting 3 for none. Invoker buys back. I still have Skellies on this mid tower, so I know it's going to go down. I'm chasing this Invoker only because he bought back, so if we get a kill on him, it could be really good for us. And this is level 18 PL, dude. Good charge. I have no idea which one's the real one. Then he runs away, so I'm like, oh, it has to be this guy. Sidestep, real fast. Chase. I still have ult, so I don't really care. And then I'm like, oh damn, maybe I should care, because I'm going to run out of mana soon. I see they're all chasing us here. I try to go for the ancient camp, but then I see them all coming, so I'm just going to TP top. And I never shy away from like TPing like this. If I can get 3 waves here, this TP is totally worth it. Then they go for a really good play, and they go for the immediate smoke, and that was really good. I'm surprised this happens because this almost never happens in 5K games. Like most of the times in 5K games, people just don't ever use smoke. I'm going for this guy, easy kill on him. Okay, so here's where I know that, you know, it's 3 against 4. but they're doing Roche, and I don't really want to fight. I got my shard just in between, so I'm ready to do this play because I don't really care about my mana. And I'm just here to burn them, you know, and cause a lot of pressure. I know PL doesn't really take Roche that fast. So I'm just here burning, causing them a lot of problems. I just don't want to let them go in. And I'm okay dying if I'm just like buying time and giving time for my team to join. And that's kind of exactly what happens. So I end up dying. Invoker combos me, but I end up living. PL's forced to back. I crit myself, which is unfortunate. And now I'm just like, okay, I bought enough time. Bloodseeker is now alive. I'm just trying to lifesteal off of these creeps. Klinks gets the kill on Rubik, and now finally Bloodseeker is here, 50 kilometers an hour, racing through these guys. And we're like, well, Invoker doesn't have buyback, and we get their Aegis. So I think this was really good play by me, just because I was like annoying and I just didn't concede. Like, imagine if I'm just like, no boys, I can't do anything, because in reality I didn't do anything. I just tanked spells and I was annoying and I didn't let them play their game. Imagine if I just like decide, okay, it's fine, you take Aegis, I'm just gonna go take Roche. Then that would have been terrible. So now I'm going BKB, because I know that, you know, they can, PL doesn't do damage with me if I have BKB on. He doesn't really do that much damage. Like, PL does damage when he burns your mana. If you have BKB and he doesn't burn your mana, then you can't really do anything. I see my team fighting, so I'm rushing there. I don't care that this guy's dead because he has Aegis, so I'm just gonna go for the backline. Like, big crit on this Rubik. Chase a little bit, realize there's nothing to do, and then, okay, we're chilling. I still have ult, so I can play pretty aggressive. And this game, it's all about just like playing close to my team and being able to connect when they fight, because we really don't want this PL to you know, get 5 items. We end up getting bottom tower, outpost, farming here. So we saw them smoke, and I scanned them, and I know they're there, and I'm like, maybe boys, I'll bait them, but you should be able to fight. And then eventually they just like end up going high ground. So I'm just trying to cut their backline. Don't let the Invoker join fights. You know, this guy dies really fast. There's not much I can do against PL right now. So you see, this Invoker didn't do anything. I go for the BKB. I'm like, I can fight this. Klinks is here. And eventually it's 2 for 2. It's pretty good for us. Could have been worse considering it was with smoke. Now I have BKB, I have my ult, I was level 20. You know, I'm pretty strong. I have shards, so I spawn skeletons. I'm going for this ogre. Like, as soon as I see this ogre, I realize, you know, ogre, I 2-shot this ogre, so we're all here, and I just go for him. And this is like, these kills have massive impact, even if they feel like it's just a position 5, you know, because it's psychological. Like, maybe they can do a lot of stuff even when he is dead, but because he's dead, they won't. They're not inclined to do a play, which gives us another 40-50 seconds where the 3 of us can farm. And at the end of the day, we are 3 cores. And Klink scales really well into the late game. So I'm going for my Maelstrom. I'm just like trying to do as much damage to this PL as I know. He's like, if I have BKB, then PL is like the only real problem. I'm trying to set up a bait here. I'm level 20, I have cleave, so I have so many answers for this PL. See? He's dead again. Then here, so we kind of split. Ogre splits, Bloodseeker TP's top, and then Ogre buys back. And I see my team still wants to fight. So I'm running there. We end up getting their racks, like Shadow Shaman put the wards on the barracks. So we do end up getting the racks here and some kills, but then when I see like we can't really do anything, then I just peace out. And that's when I think like PL did a good move, because he was pushing top and then he TP'd here when someone TP'd, but it was kind of like too late. And you know, at the end of the day we only lost 2 supports, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm farming in this area. So we saw them smoke again. And boys, what's happening when they smoke? Okay. So when they smoke, they can only go like here and kill us here, or they can come here and kill us here. And if we look at what's it called? Free cam. They are mid, and they're coming into our triangle. So I kind of know that. That like when they smoke, they have two plays. Like they either come here or come here because Roche is not really. Roche is still dead. So I'm like, it's fine. I'll just play bottom, put skellies, and create pressure. You know, and that's exactly what I did. And now they're kind of like they scan this Clinks, and I don't want to necessarily show because they can still jump me. And as soon as I see the mid, I'm like, okay, they have to be mid, so let's fight because we can't fight. And then we see them bottom, and now they're spread again. So we go for this guy, and yet again, Ogre finds himself dead. At this point, Ogre's like 10 and 9 or something. They jump on Clinks, but because we're pretty close, we can connect. They end up disengaging, so that's really good for us. And now we're kind of like, okay, let's take top tower and then wait for Roche and then end the game. We had a free tower. We have full vision top side, so I'm not really afraid of anything. I finished my Mjolnir. And then I see like I'm ready to fight, and I don't care. I'll just, I have this Mjolnir. I have illusions killing me. I'm doing so much damage with my lightning. I don't really care. I don't proc anything. We end up getting the kill on Axe. Axe buys back. I end up chasing the wrong illusion. I still have BKB. I have 60 seconds. I get him with the cleave, the burn, and everything. And now I'm like, okay, I just need to wait 40 seconds for my ult, pop skellies, and go in. I just want to be careful not to die to Axe. Other than that, I'm pretty good. I pop BKB. I try to save this guy, but it's not really working out. And at this point, they bought back on a lot of people, so we're chilling. But I see this Ogre. I go for a quick, sneaky kill. I'm just trying to dodge the... So I'm trying to dodge the X call, which is why like I'm back and forth. He ends up dying anyway, because wards are really strong. Now I have my ult up again, so I don't really care that this Axe jumps on me. Axe bought back, so he doesn't have buyback. They're all dying from everything here. They're dying from the burn. I thought I was gonna get like a cheeky crit on him, and I was gonna heal up and survive, but I end up not surviving. And then I see like, well, hold up, PL's dead. Axe doesn't have buyback. Ogre is dead. They at best have 2 supports, and Invoker just bought back. So I buy back, and I'm like, let's end the game. Let's end this fucking game, boys. Farming my way mid. I see my team is top, so I'm just gonna wait for them to push it in. And then I see this guy going in, so I'm like, let's pop skellies. Once again, you see Ogre. I have no idea what he's doing. He's just been playing really bad, so you want to abuse it all the time. And now I have my ult up again. I'm not really afraid. There's 70 seconds for PL. Invoker by himself can't really do anything. I have BKB. I go for the megas. And from here it's just an easy game. We clean it up. And for once I decide to go for the end instead of the fountain dive. So that's pretty much it, boys. I pop BKB before the Axe call, get some crits on him, and we end up finishing the game. So that's pretty much it, boys. Sometimes you're gonna get griefed, but it's not the end of the world if you stick with your team. Like we have one strong guy, and this happens to me in so many games. Like there's like this one strong guy in our team. Let's play with him. Let's make sure that if they go on him, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be close. I'm going to try to do something. And sometimes, with raking, especially. But it can be like Chrono, it can be Omni Slash, it can be Spectre Haunt. Like, try to be aware of it. You're having a bad game, you're not really doing anything, but you can still participate and come back in fights and do something. Even when, with Wraith King, you saw like I was in my jungle, as I was fighting them, I was in their face, I was like not letting their sports. Like, if you tank a combo from Invoker and then like a few spells from Ogre, and then you die with reincarnation. So you just use Ankh, and then you go back to farming. And meanwhile, your team gets like 1 or 2 kills, maybe on their axe, maybe on their carry. Then you're super good. You know, you buy time for your team. Because eventually you are going to get your items and you are still going to be very strong, you know. And that's kind of what happened this game. So I went 6-5 and 15, and I did, you know, I would say I did quite a decent amount of damage. I did more than my Clinks. I had more gold than my Clinks, more farm than my Clinks. You know, Clinks had a lot of items, but at the end of the day, I had more net worth than him. I had more of everything. You know, I did more damage. I did more. Even though I had the most, the most terrible start to the game. So boys, you know, don't be afraid. And with that said, you know, I'm 58-10 right now. Let me see if I can. It's right there, 58-10, right? So I'm peaking. Like if I win 2 more games, I'm at a new peak. My highest before was 58-40, and that's where I dropped a lot. But now, you know, we're back, and we're gonna keep climbing because I feel like I'm playing pretty good right now. And as long as you don't tilt, you know, your team can grief you in the worst ways possible, and you're still gonna have a decent game. As long as you just like chill out and try to play a little bit with your strong heroes, and you know, not grief. And that's it, boys. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Peace.